DC, like Frank Sinatra, this man has done it his way. Former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion, George Rush St-Pierre. A lot of people believe pound for pound, DC, GSP is the best they've ever seen.
Yes, because he was able to mix everything together so well. When he was fighting a wrestler, he was able to keep the fight standing. When he was fighting a striking specialist, he was able to take him to the ground. His jiu-jitsu and just his full-on MMA game was something that we had never seen in the UFC before. Won the UFC championship at middleweight after being away for 4 years. Just showed how special George St-Pierre truly is.
In terms of MMA application of wrestling, no one has done it better than George Rush St-Pierre. All right, DC, here is Kamaru Usman back on the proving ground here tonight, and even dating to the Ultimate Fighter back in 2015. You got the sense pretty early on that we were looking at somebody special. He was able to cap it with the UFC championship. He's back on the horse here tonight.
He has this undying belief in himself, believe that through hard work, all the results will show, and they have for Kamaru Usman. From the pace and pressure he put on Dos Anjos to the pace and pressure he put on Woodley, he shows now, and in those fights, why he's one of the best fighters in the welterweight division.
And he's really coming into his own when it comes to his striking. Certainly he's had a lot of standard influences in his ear. Henry Hooft, of course, Greg Jones on the wrestling side. Kamaru Usman, as he put it way back in the day, is a real problem. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. George St-Pierre is 6 years his senior. The reach is identical. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, George Rush St-Pierre! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage.
Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
All right, so here we go. Round 1 is underway, and when we sat down with him on Thursday, he understood the grappling challenge he was up against, so he's not afraid to engage on the ground tonight.
It's a danger that is not worth risking. It is something that you don't want to play with. This grappler is that good. When this fight gets to the ground, you enter his world, especially when it looks like you hold the advantage on the feet.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? The hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Kamaru Usman. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Then he's out. Relentless pressure from the top by George St-Pierre. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by George St-Pierre. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Kobe Covington fight, not only...
And he gets the takedown.
He gets the takedown and falls right in the side control, exactly where he wants to be.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him,
know when to fold him. Yep, absolutely.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risks. What a fantastic round.
Listen, your eye is starting to swell up from those jabs. You need to keep your hands up, okay? Good defense, keep that head.
Okay, round 2, you ready? You ready?
All right, round 2. Takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done. Now what does he do with this top control?
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Just missed with the left there.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Just out of range with that strike. Taken down now by Usman. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, some big punches raining down here, picking his spots well, and hasn't chosen to engage his opponent on the ground necessarily, posturing up and making these shots. Looks like maybe he's trying to get an arm underneath the chin.
He's side to side, trying to get a bulldog choke.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
And he's able to work his way back to his feet. So a much different approach from him here in round 2. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round 2. So we call on the numbers here, DC. 55 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman. And pretty efficient as well, landing with 81% accuracy against Kamaru Usman.
His opponent's
double leg takedown attempt here, and that one is true. Nice job there to enter and ultimately plant his opponent on the mat.
Now what does he do? That he's gotten his best shot off, finished the attack. Where does he go now from the top position?
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by George St-Pierre.
Listen, we lost that last round. We're probably down on the scorecards. I need to
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, here we go, DC. Our next round is underway, and he's chasing some punch stat records tonight. That was some serious volume and efficiency in the previous round.
Normally you see that in boxing, where a guy just throws so many strikes. But this man has taken it to the octagon, looking to break all the punch records before the night is over.
Now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch. You better protect that head.
Great job securing the Muay Thai clinch. Watch for big knees to the body, and eventually him switch it up with a big knee to the head. What a beautiful takedown.
St-Pierre gets the single leg takedown. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. St-Pierre's got an arm. Looks like he's trying to lock up a Kimura.
The Kimura's not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
And he's out. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Single collar tie now, and he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown.
Wow, actually got the takedown.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Flush right hand is true. 2 minutes to go in our third and final round. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
Oh, you got to watch him attack his submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here. Oh, man, that was slick.
Closed guard. Lands the right hand. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Usman. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Usman's got his arm under the chin, going for a guillotine now. All right, so the fight goes the distance. Both guys had their moments, but there was a striking advantage, albeit slight, and perhaps that'll be enough for him to get his hand raised tonight.
It should be enough. I mean, when you watch the fight, you understand that you are watching two of the best mixed martial artists in the world. But it did look like he did just enough to earn a competitive decision.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, George Rush St-Pierre!
All right, so the judges have